We're back with another review. 2 days after Christmas, right? We saw Babygirl. And then she got sick for a while. And then I got a touch of whatever. And now we're here, just hanging on. I'm Jamie, and this is Giselle. We're here with You Jump, I Jump. Let's get into it. What made you want to see Babygirl?
I think for the first time, I wanted to see a Nicole Kidman movie. And I had wrote this as not one of my takeaways, but something that I wanted to say is that I've never gravitated towards her as an actress for some reason. And when I had asked you yesterday to think of your favorite Nicole Kidman movie, I had to think about it hard. I had to look through her whole filmography and look at the movies, and I realized I've only seen 2 of her movies, and it wasn't because like, oh, it's Nicole Kidman, right? And I think she's a great actress, but I can't figure out why I don't gravitate towards her as an actor.
Do you look up her chart?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
She's a Gemini sun.
Okay.
Sagittarius moon.
Okay.
It could be the Sag.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's something you vibe with.
Scorpio rising.
You have a lot of trouble with those type of things.
But she's a Cancer Mercury. So, I don't know. I guess the Gemini sun is a little...
Hard
but Angie was the Gemini sun. And but I don't know. I don't want to compare them, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Maybe you just don't see enough of yourself in her.
Yeah.
As, like to relate to her.
Yes.
That's important.
Because even in Practical Magic, which I've recently seen.
Yeah.
I loved the character, but, I mean, everyone, I think, lots of people see themselves in Sandy, right?
Yeah, 100%.
What about you?
I was hearing a lot of things about it. And I think that is it marketing for it, the promotion for it, was just really good. Like, really made you want to see these two. And even their interviews outside of it seem very well thought out and, like, just made you see their chemistry. Because they do for sure have good chemistry.
Yeah.
And something about him, very mysterious. And for me, something about Nicole Kidman is very vulnerable. And so I like that combination of it for me. So in case you guys don't know anything about it, a CEO, female, Nicole Kidman, has an affair with one of her interns, and it puts everything into jeopardy for her, but also allows her to explore her sexuality in a way. So, yeah, I want to say for me the thing that stood out the most was the sound. And
really,
it's because some parts where in most movies there would be music, there was nothing. There was no sound. You just heard the movement there. You heard her shuffling. You heard her adjusting things. And I felt like that built like a tension for it. I noticed it while I saw it, and then I sent you it too, a TikTok where somebody mentioned it too. And I was like, oh, okay, good. Because like when you watch something, you're like, damn, is that just a me thing? Maybe that's just localized. But people I guess she noticed it and talked about it, and I thought that was interesting because it's not something you see a lot today. A lot of people fill moments of silence with sound.
Yeah.
But I think that made it like very tense and very like, am I going to get caught? Like, am I there with her about to get caught? And then I felt like, I guess an excitement, risk.
Yeah. I think you mentioned, I think they had really good chemistry, but I thought their chemistry was strange, yet I couldn't wait to see them interact in a new way.
Yes.
And it's my favorite moments were when they were among other people and they had the exchange. Like you could just tell from their energy that they just don't want to seem like they know each other, that they know nothing. And, but yeah, like I really liked the chemistry, but I wish that they had like a cuter meet cute. You know what I mean? I love
a little abrupt.
Yeah, it was a little too. Where did it come? Left field. It's almost like he already knew that she had this kink.
Yeah,
Like, he was Nosferatu. He summoned.
He like sniffed it out for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how it is. Like, people with that kind of thing, maybe you just kind of like, And I think I don't want to say it's similar to this, but like, let's say you're a lesbian. I think it's hard to navigate as a lesbian when you don't know if every woman is also a lesbian. Like, people mostly assume that.
Maybe they do have a dar.
I think that's a dar. Yeah.
Right,
maybe in that particular situation you would have a dar. Like, oh, okay, this person is into what I'm into, or
I guess so, right? I mean,
maybe, I don't know.
It's got to be true. That you're right. That makes a lot of sense.
Kind of
they must have a dar.
Some kind of thing like that. For me, I said Nicole Kidman's performance was haunting. I feel like her strength as an actress is she can really stop you in your tracks by just a look. Her look, like, I don't know what it is about her. I would not like to meet her because she's like very intimidating looking. She's first of all very tall, and she's striking, and I don't know how I really feel about the way she looks, if I'm being honest.
Oh, currently,
yes. Currently, you know,
yeah.
I'm not going to get into that. People could do whatever they want with their bodies.
Yes.
But it is a bit, to take in for your eyes. It's a kind of harshness, and maybe that's intentional. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe. I mean, I guess it can fit with the story of her.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
It's like you're intimidated. She is a CEO. She is, that's your boss. Like, I'd be intimidated of her. And I don't know.
But because I would say even though I wasn't familiar with her work, like, I don't really know much of her work. Like, I know Nicole Kidman. I've seen her walk the red carpet. So I've seen her from young, looking the way she used to, but even now, but even so, it's still like, it's a change. It's not like I'm not accepting her getting older. It's just there's a significant
some alterations that have been made, like
something that
beyond. There's some alterations that have been made,
right?
And that's, I'm not gonna, like, we're not gonna go into whether that's good or bad. Like, it's just different, and even to see it is kind of like different. Like, it takes some, I guess, getting used to.
Yeah.
And but I do think she is still a very striking woman. When she was young, even now, I think she's very striking to look at. Her features are very, her eyes are very intense. Her hair is very light. It's
very.
It's like, whoa, not like Children of the Corn, but kind of that thing where you see it.
Whoa.
Like, not possessed, but you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it. Whatever. I'm getting off on a tangent, but she's striking to look at. I like that about her. Oh, I also wrote in that same thought that the hotel scene for me was the most powerful there's two actually that I think were really powerful.
The hotel scene is where she started crying at the end, that was not.
I don't know. They went to a hotel more than once.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I'm talking about the first time they went to a hotel and they're kind of feeling each other out. Yeah. I really did like that scene. I know there's an interview where Andrew Garfield talks about it. And I have to say that the points that he made, I do agree with. That scene was powerful and very vulnerable and playful. And I'm not going to say childlike, because I really don't like equating childlike with like sexuality, because I think that's kind of weird. But playful for sure. Playful, and I think it's always like that, not in that same context, but just getting to know someone where you're like, are you into that? Like, are you cool with that? Like, whatever. It might be something to do. It's not just sexual.
Was his character into that? I'm saying, no, of course he was into that, but I'm asking because of the way that he was like not sure. He's like, what do you want me to do? Like, is that what you want? I thought that's what you wanted to do. It made me feel like maybe they were both
kind of tipping their toe into something.
Maybe they were both on the same journey of like getting what they want and not getting what they want in other relationships, and not and being afraid to ask for that.
Yeah. Maybe.
Which would have been, it's cute now, and I wish that we had like a backstory of, and I guess people would be like, it's not about him, but I guess it would be nice to know like his backstory.
It's kind of should be about both people, right? Like, this is
but
some kind of exchange, a love type of exchange. It's about both people.
But is it love? Is it a love exchange?
I don't know.
Right?
You could argue.
That's why they didn't go into him, because it's not. That's what I'm thinking. That it's really not a love story, more so about her was it
liberation.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's I think that's the part that's hard
for you. Yeah, because you like a love story.
I love a love story, and when you're not connecting love and sex, I'm like, what? We're not. Yeah. I guess not, right?
Yeah. I think that I can see it in a different way. And for me, it's like you can have beautiful moments with people, and it doesn't necessarily have to be love, but it can be loving, and you can get something out of those moments that will enrich you for the partner that you are in love with. I mean, ideally, you don't want that to happen at the same exact time.
Yeah, you don't.
But for her, it did, and, you know, her and her husband did whatever, you know, figured it out. I'm not going to get into that. But that was, I thought that their relationship was very, Antonio and Nicole, I thought that their relationship was very sweet and loving, and just needed some understanding and grace that they got at the end of the movie. I thought
that the part that I thought was really sad between those two was when, well, two moments was when she put the blanket over her head and was too afraid.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like, you know, rejecting it, saying like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
That was, I mean, obviously that was an indication of like, what was the problem there?
Yeah.
And the one where she curled up in a ball and was like pushing him away, like, I never orgasm with you. I don't know how she said it. Yeah. But when she screamed it, and it was so, it was such a powerful moment.
Crushing.
Oh my God, it was heartbreaking.
Like, crushing, and also like sad for her that she never felt like she could express that. I thought her vulnerability, honestly, her performance was something you don't see a lot. The level of vulnerability. I feel like most actors go there, or try to. Most good actors will say go there, but to really like let you in on that kind of shameful part, like a way that you look really, really weak in a moment, that's hard to come across on screen. And I feel like she did that so much in here, and just went through like insecurities as a woman really well. And, you know, that kind of, I don't want to say I dislike Nicole Kidman. I don't really think of her that much, but I think that made her very likable, that character very likable. Yeah. I also want to talk about her relationship with her daughter, because I it's so weird. I didn't hear anything about this, and that's one of my favorite parts of the movie, was her relationship with her...
Yeah, no one spoke about it. Yeah.
Her relationship with her daughter, who is Esther Rose McGregor, who is Ewan McGregor's daughter. I thought she was great, the actress. Yeah. And what I did like about that is, if you notice through the movie, whenever she's trying to be perfect, her daughter rejects that part of her that tries to be perfect. Like when she gets Botox, her daughter makes fun of her afterward. But in the moments where she is flawed, like when she is smoking, or when she comes home and she's kind of still high and like a little bit disheveled from going out, her daughter, I felt, met that with so much grace and like wanting to take into nurturing. Yeah. And I thought that was so beautiful to see a mother-daughter relationship, because a lot of times when you watch movies, mother-daughter relationships are kind of at odds. And I don't really relate to that as a watcher, because I've always viewed my mother as a human who is beautiful and flawed, and I respect her and I love her. And, you know, to see that kind of relationship, I mean, I'm not saying like if my mom tried to be perfect, I would make fun of her. I wouldn't. But just to see that aspect of the relationship, I could relate to that, because that is something that, you know, most daughters that I know, you know, see their mom in moments like that and don't like kick them when they're down. But sometimes in movies, that's what happens for whatever reason, because people hate women. But yeah, I like to see that on screen.
I wanted to ask you, because I really didn't think so much about their relationship. But now that I'm thinking about the scenes where Nicole Kidman, did it seem like she was accepting of her daughter being a lesbian and having, Remember how she had like, I think she had more than one.
Yeah, I think she just wanted to. Lover. I think in a way she was like kind curious. Of learning from her daughter too. Like, how do you navigate that when you like someone else, but you're with this girl?
Oh, right.
So I think she was trying to take cues from her daughter. Cause
not judging her.
No, it didn't seem like judgment to me because she was always asking her about it, not saying, don't you think you should do this? Yeah, it didn't seem like she was, at least to me, she didn't come across that way for me.
I guess she only said that during, like, I think there was the photo shoot where she's like, why don't you dress up? Why don't you wear something else?
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, but that's interesting. Yeah. I remember you pointed it out and I was like, oh, I didn't even notice that. And they made it, I'm sure it was intentional.
Yeah.
To highlighted that their relationship because the daughter really saw her.
Yeah.
Kind of how Samuel saw her, like, you know.
Not just this like high-powered, perfect CEO, like a vulnerable person who wants to
drink milk from a bowl.
Who wants to be babied in a way.
Yes.
And I think everyone can kind of relate to that.
My favorite scene was the milk scene. I think when that happened, I was like, okay, I really like this movie.
Okay.
No, I'm saying
there's
glass.
Two milk scenes.
Sorry,
okay,
the glass
in the bar.
Yeah, across the scene. Again, when there's a scene when they're not even speaking and they're just through the eyes, like that communication, that whole exchange, I was like, they have chemistry from across the room. It was great. Yeah, I loved it. It was such a good choice, and I didn't put it together until the moment when she drank it and she expressed through her eyes like, okay, this is what you want me to do. I was like, oh, this is what it is. Like, do as I say, because again, no matter what
you didn't really watch the trailer.
I didn't watch the
trailer.
That's right.
You came in completely.
When I after the movie, I was like, I had no idea this was about like a kink. I was like, oh shit, I really should watch full trailers. I always like to watch the little trailers, like the one that's like 13 seconds.
But yeah, I have two more.
Okay.
The pool scene was my second favorite scene. I thought it was beautiful, and it reminded me of...
Wait, the pool scene with
Nicole
Samuel?
In the pool. Yeah, they were both in the pool together.
Oh, okay.
It's right before
they
Antonio and him fight.
What happened in that scene? Why don't I remember that? Like, I know they were in the pool, but what did they say in the pool?
They were in the pool, like, just moving around. Like, it was beautiful. Like, underwater shots. It kind of reminded me of the fish tank scene in Romeo and Juliet. Because it was just, like, the way she was moving was really beautiful. And...
That's all that happened?
No, they were, like, messing around in the water.
Okay, but they didn't speak.
Not really.
Okay.
Just, she was like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. And then he pulls her into the pool. And you're like, you need to leave. And he pulls her into the pool. And then she's like, fuck it. And then they're swimming around. And she looks very pretty in that scene. And just the movement of it was really nice. I enjoyed that scene. Also, another thing that was crazy, and this is just a tidbit, was like Jean Reno, who, remember the professional, Leon the Professional?
Yeah.
The guy in that, he was in the cast. And I was like, I must be... Because I didn't see him anywhere. But apparently they shot his scenes and they cut him out.
Why?
He's listed in the cast. But they shot his scenes and then the last edit, they just got rid of him.
So he was a character.
Yeah, I wonder what his role was. It's so weird to me because...
Wait, wasn't he the guy... No, wait a second.
Was he in it?
Wasn't he in the end of the movie when the guy... was hitting on Nicole and then she shot him down?
No,
like
that's not him.
That's not him?
No.
Oh, never mind.
No. He was cut out of the final product.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, I really wish that I knew what he was doing there, what he was even supposed to be in the story, but neither here nor there. I just like him as an actor. Rating.
Oh my god, I didn't rate this. I want to give it 7.9.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
High.
It was good.
It was good. Would you watch it again?
I would watch it again.
Ish? Like some parts?
No, I watched it from the beginning.
Okay.
Maybe skip the club scene. It was a
Your
lot
least
of,
favorite.
The lighting was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not epileptic, but it was.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that scene or why it was relevant. But it was there.
they just went there and then they did nothing. I mean, what did they do? I have to watch it again.
Like hung out on the couch afterwards. She smoked with him.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty much it.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was like to speak to liberation again. Like just her being free and dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I guess she's kind of uptight. Like just looking at her and see her in that kind of situation of letting loose.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is the reason.
She said that was like one of her favorite scenes.
Nicole,
she's such a Gemini.
You are an enigma. I rated 7.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna give me a 9.
A 9?
Because you were so excited to talk about it. I was like,
I did. I really, really loved it. I feel like, when we talk about Nosferatu, I rated it higher, and I don't know, whatever, we're talking about it here, because of the prep work that went into it, that I appreciated, like the costumes and things like that. I don't think that the costumes in this were particularly great.
No,
I don't think
distracting.
Yeah, I didn't like that kind of stuff, and like that's what I mean by the preparation of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the actors prepared. The actors were brilliant, but they were also brilliant in that too. So it's mostly coming down to like the nitty gritty for me for rating. Like, did I think everything was? No.
Did it check all your boxes? No.
No, but the emotion behind it was very satisfying to me, and I enjoyed that aspect of it a lot. So I would recommend it. I liked it.
What is your favorite Nicole Kidman movie?
To Die For.
Wow.
What about you?
Wait, what is this?
It's a
To Die For.
It's an age gap thing, but unhealthy.
Again.
Unhealthy.
Whoa.
Very unhealthy. She's an aspiring, I think she's either, now I'm thinking, is she a weather girl or a teacher? Teacher wanting to be a weather girl, something like that. Uh-huh. And she believes her husband's holding her back, so she gets like high school students that she's mentoring.
Whoa.
One of the high school students is Joaquin Phoenix.
Shut up.
Yeah, manipulated to murdering her husband.
Okay, this is very toxic.
It is a really toxic movie, but I thought she was so good in it. She's so good at playing like kind of hate her, kind of like her type of role, I think. I also liked Cold Mountain. Her in Cold Mountain.
Cold Mountain. Oh, right, with Renee?
Yeah, we'd always make fun of that movie. Come back to me. Come back to Cold Mountain. We would always say that to
Why don't I remember this?
You don't have the best memory of stuff like that.
Have you seen 9?
9, no.
I just saw the poster of it. I was like, oh.
I didn't see it. 9?
Kate Hudson is in it. Penelope Cruz. Nicole Kidman.
No.
Oh.
I didn't see it.
Dogville?
No.
Okay, that's it.
I've seen Practical Magic with her.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I saw Moulin Rouge because I love you and McGregor, but I haven't seen it.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
I know,
it's a
but
musical,
I don't like musicals that much.
Yeah. My favorite movie.
What is it?
The Others.
The Others is good.
I've seen the movie like countless times.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I absolutely love it. I thought she was brilliant.
She's good. She just has this haunting way of looking. I've seen Eyes Wide Shut, but like I was pretty young, and I think that
how young, Jay?
I don't know, but the concepts of it were like too much for me. Because when risque scenes come, I close my eyes. Like I was doing that for so long. I think up until recently, I stopped closing my eyes.
Up until Babygirl.
But so like things are lost on me because I'm like, why did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, I see. Because you closed your eyes.
Yeah, because there's never a time where you're like, okay, open your eyes. Now it's done. Sometimes someone's with you, but I don't know. Anyway, that's our review on Babygirl. Anything to add?
No, that's it.
All right. If you liked it, let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.